Hello to all my sisters in healthcare. Welcome to another video from Thriving Practice Coaching. I'm your host, Kim Schott, and today I want to talk about offering your patients telehealth or virtual visits. There are several ways to conduct telehealth and virtual visits. The different types of visits really include either telehealth visits, where those are real time synchronous audio and video telecommunication technology, and select services can be performed using really only the telephone. Then there's telephone visits. That's an encounter between a patient and a provider, traditionally only done by a phone. There's also virtual check ins, which are brief 5 to 10 minute check ins with patients via telephone or another device to decide whether an office visit or another service might be needed. Review of your patient is usually recorded using video or images submitted by a patient, and then they're also stored on a device and sometimes even forwarded to another healthcare practitioner. Let's talk about e-visits. Those are asynchronous office visits between patient and provider, traditionally done through a patient portal or secure email. Then there's remote monitoring, and remote monitoring is really of physiologic parameters through a medical device. Aside from choosing the actual tool you'll use for these types of visits, you also have to decide what types of visits can be conducted through telehealth. Now, this requires setting some clear clinical guidelines about which chief complaints qualify for telehealth. And as the COVID crisis lifts, those guidelines may be changing, but they should still be defined by clinical leadership to ensure that quality patient care remains the priority. Also, consider your workflow and what will be the most effective for providers and patients. Will you need to make changes to your workflow? What will they be? And can you support that with existing resources and technology? Are you more prepared to support one type of visit over another? For example, perhaps you can do telephone visits more easily now or have a two-way text tool that enables text-based check-ins, but are not yet set up for video visits. If you want to add video, what else will you need to do that type of support? Finally, are these changes even sustainable? Many factors go into choosing a telehealth tool. Once you decide to move ahead with telehealth, you'll need to determine what type of visits you'll even offer. If it includes video telehealth, you'll need to consider several factors, including how are you going to implement it? You know, is it easy to set up? How long will it take? And does it require additional software installation? You're going to need to consider costs too. Some systems come with many added costs like equipment, setup, training, ongoing upgrades and support, or they have a limited number of licenses and the cost increases considerably as more licenses are added. Let's talk about ongoing support. Will the vendor help you set up your system and provide support at no additional cost? Is support available through a variety of channels like chat, an online community, phone, or email? Let's talk about technology features too. Is the system secure, HIPAA compliant, and does it offer high definition so that you can use video or pictures correctly? Let's talk about security. Is the system secure? Does it protect patients' privacy and their data? Rules may be relaxed for a little while, but ultimately you'll need a system that is compliant. These are unusual times, and you can't take the same time to prepare and execute on the use of telehealth the way you may have before. Now, when adopting technology like telehealth, expert guidance can be helpful. If you don't want to navigate this process alone, consider contacting my team who specializes in telehealth. And thank you so much for listening. I'll see you again in the next video. You can always find me on Instagram at Thriving Practice Coaching if you want to stop by and just say hi. Bye for now. And thank you for watching another Thriving Practice Coaching video. Take care.